Alrighty, what's up guys? Another day, another sneaker pickup. This one comes to us from Nike. So, long story short, I caught the restock on the Nike SNKRS app in early April for these things. It's funny too, because I was just checking for early access on the Raging Bull 5s, and I noticed these come up, sort of at the right place at the right time. I was feeling super impulsive, so I figured, why not go and grab them. For what was supposedly set to be a widely available Jordan Retro release, these were actually limited on their release back in February the 13th because of some factory flaw. But if you guys take a look at it, it says Air Jordan, and this is the Air Jordan 6 Retro, white, carmine, and black colorway, and they are the Carmine 6s. Here we go. This is actually my first time seeing them in person ever, and wow, I guess first reactions. The silhouette is nice, quality of materials looks so-so, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but essentially the factory flaw in here was that the white part of the midsole in earlier production pairs were pink, and it was because of a color transfer from this red material at the uppers. So Nike recalled a bunch of sneakers. A lot of retailers and brick and mortar stores and even online shops were experiencing delays, again limited on their initial February run, but have been restocking all over the place. Here's the other shoe. In the box is a speckled cement print paper, no extra laces or anything. The box is sort of this two-piece attached thingamajig. So a little bit of information about the sneaker. Jordan Brand brought these back in 2021 to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Retro 6 silhouette, or the Jordan 6 silhouette. Michael Jordan initially wore these on court back in 1991, and this was actually the first Air Jordan 6 colorway to feature colored panels on the uppers. So prior to this one, you know, it's that all black, or I guess the infrared colorway with the small hit of infrared, and vice versa. It was an all white leather with the red. But this is the first Jordan 6 colorway to have a colored material on the uppers. And while talking about the uppers, they're done up in a combination of white smooth leather and red suede. Quality of materials after looking at them and feeling them in hand, the white leather is pretty standard Nike stuff, as is, I guess, the red suede. There's no plushness to it. It's not like a New Balance made in USA. It almost has a new Bucky material on it. There's no sort of color change. There's no sort of plushness. It feels all very synthetic. You're essentially paying $200 for these, and although that is a pretty steep price for the average person, it seems to be standard for Jordan Retros, and the quality sort of emulates that. You're paying for the retro look and nostalgia, and the brand obviously being a Jordan Brand Nike sneaker versus actual quality of materials. This 2021 pair is the 4th iteration of the Carmine 6. So obviously the original from the 90s, and then there was a 2008 pair from the Countdown pack, there was a 2014 retro, and then now this 2021 pair. Unlike the two more recent pairs of the 2000s, this 2021 pair pays homage to the OGs, with the Nike Air embroidered at the back heel. Those other two pairs prior to this one have the Jumpman and the Air logo. I know a lot of Jordan collectors were looking forward to. Otherwise, the sneaker is pretty much standard Jordan Retro 6 stuff. You get your white textile at the tongue, this little red patch with a black Jumpman. You get your lace lock in a red that has the Nike and the Jumpman on the back of it. You get your standard set of white flat laces. This rubbery material at the tongue, black spoiler with a red lip on it at the ankle of the sneaker. You get these perforated edges for that added stability and support, these being a high top basketball sneaker after all. Moving down to that midsole, it's like a black paint with some white hits as well. Again, this pair looks super clean, wasn't part of that sort of factory defect or recalled set of Jordan Carmine 6s, which is nice. Your visible air unit with that sort of white, milky bubble there. And then at the outsole, you get your standard Jordan 6 outsole with your hits of that icy bottom, which is super cool. So we'll see how these last long term as far as quality goes. I mean, just looking at it, there are some quality control issues with glue and paint and all that stuff, but again, that's standard Jordan Brand stuff. I know 6s of the past, you know, the paint tends to chip and crack at the midsoles. So definitely gonna wear these around and see how it holds up. As far as sizing and fit goes, definitely recommend going true to size. I got these in my standard shoe size of a 9.5, and I find them to fit me just fine. Comfort is decent. It's a standard Jordan retro model, so this was once a heralded basketball sneaker, now it's more so a retro nostalgic basketball lifestyle wear. So you can't really expect any crazy technology, cushioning, or foam. But for what they are, they're definitely comfortable as is. As far as wearing this pair of sneakers, it's obviously a 90s basketball sneaker, so it's got that bulky, chunky look to it, and you know, that look isn't for everybody. I think for me, they'll be great in the summer with some shorts and crew socks. More so in the colder months, I think it'd be harder for me to pull these off with some slimmer pants, so maybe some baggier sweats or even some baggier jeans would look nice with these. I referenced the build quality overall is so-so. It is a mass-produced Jordan Retro, so you can't really complain too much. I think the real winner here is the collectability asset. It's like, these are the pair of sneakers to have if you're a Jordan fan. And speaking of which, if you weren't lucky to catch one of the many restocks between Nike and all these different online and in-store retailers, resale on them right now isn't so bad, so if you want a pair, you could definitely get a pair near retail price. These will certainly go up as time progresses, so if you're a fan of them, definitely go ahead and grab them while you can. This is actually my first pair of Jordan 6s in the collection, so I'm definitely glad to have a classic colorway. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm curious to see what you guys think of the Carmine 6s. Are they classic in your mind? Are they a must-have in your collection? Definitely would love to read about in the comments. Other than that, it'd be great if you guys could do the standard stuff. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram for more sneaker content. You guys already know the drill. That wraps up this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video as always.